Oh, it's the 20th of March. It rained a bit last night. The trail's getting punky. Snow's melting. And we're collecting lots of water that we can use for dishes and showering and stuff. And it's plus 10 out. It's going to minus 20 at some point. That's how much wood we have left, so we're gonna have to take it easy on the wood. We got propane, we have electricity to run their heat pump. That's the shelter logic, which we didn't think would survive, but it did. The tracks for the Argo that I should have put on. That would have been handy to have. And we're just gonna go check the trail and see what shape it's in. There's not a lot of animal prints in the bush. It's packed down enough now that you don't need snowshoes. And once it freezes, it'll be like a highway. That's close enough. Alrighty, so here's how we're gonna get our water. We're collecting the rain and snow off the roof into there. And we got the old pump for the hot tub, and we'll pump it into there. And the dog's gonna go after that crow. And everything's good. We got everything set up there for the bird. It's so far, it's been pretty good. Alright. So we're collecting water. From out there in here. So we can do the washing. Here's how we collect water. It goes in here from collecting out there in the bucket. It's just going down now to blow through. So gotta get it done. Well, Sharon's doing her favorite hobby here, shoveling snow. No, it doesn't have to be that wide.
Well, it gives you a place to park and turn around. And
yeah, I need a spot to turn the skidoo around. So the sun's out, which is nice, but there's a problem with the solar. It's another thing they don't tell you, apart from the fact that even if the sun shines, it doesn't work. So I MacGyvered up this thing here with a fishing, or with a painting pole, and I'll try and get up there and get that snow off without getting it in my neck. But it's a beautiful day here in the neighborhood.
it's gorgeous. So Todd is working, taking the snow off the solar panels.
Look at how fast it melts off once the sun gets out of it.
And the sun is shining beautifully. I can hardly see you though.
What's going on, Scout? Wow. There's probably something there that I can't see it. Come on, you. Oh, it's a partridge. There's a big fat partridge up there. Scout, come on, leave him alone. I thought I saw something big. I mean, that's that big partridge from last year, I'm pretty sure. Hey, what's somebody show here? Hey, Dod's been all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah, he's chasing squirrels.
You know, if you wanted to be real sneaky, you could put little bunkos. Okay, you hold this and point it at me here, and you'll see me at my first and last heart attack. You can't see the screen, but just point it at it.
pretty.
You don't need snowshoes, look. The generator going, keeping the batteries above 0. Got that little buddy heater going here. So I thought it was going. Anyway, it's all good. We're having duck for supper, and the dog is guarding it to make sure nobody steals our duck. Let's go. Ooh, look who's here. Well, after 3 days of holidays, slogging stuff from the truck to the camp with the snowshoes, on the last day of my holidays, we're gonna go snowshoeing. Like gluttons for punishment. Anyway, the Skidoo's ignition is fuckered, so we're not gonna be doing any ice fishing, but there's some pretty cool stuff over here. See if we can make it to the falls and let Sheridan see the falls in the winter time. Then never speak of it again. Well, that's the falls. That's the last we ever saw of the dog. Well, we worked up the courage to come to the falls. What's to stop a person from throwing a line in right here? Hey, Admiral Bird, slow down. Donner, party of 5, Donner. There's probably like a foot of water under us, if that. It looks totally different, eh? Oh, dogs are cabins here. I'm pretty sure I've painted every one of these rocks here with my motor. And everybody else has painted these rocks with my motor. So here's a view of the bay, or the minefield as Floyd used to call it. And the dog's just waiting out there for the squirrel to come back.
He's wishing.
And so the games begin. How come he's not going on his... We shouldn't have filled that up. Did you want to go say hi to him, Scout? Want to let him out, Sharon?
Noah's faces the cabin so he can keep an eye on who's coming.
They 2025 dog versus chipmunk games are about to begin here. Get a boy. Well, we're inside the shelter logic and the poles seem to hold up because it didn't collapse. And there's like ground here. And I bet you a million mice are living in there. Hopefully not in Bob's tote.
Probably in his boot.
Just checking out the trail. It's plus 10 here or 7. And we're not going through because it's nicely packed. There's a couple of rabbit. That thing's starting to bud. There's a couple of rabbit trails, or it's dead. And that's it. Fox, rabbit, and maybe one pine marten. So we just did a quick walk out to the truck. You can see how much the snow melted. Those stumps that I cut flush with this snowpack are now sticking out like a foot. So that would hurt the yard, hurt the skidoo. Truck's still there, all the snow's melted off. Gorgeous day. It's Friday, the last day of my holidays. There's actually traffic on the road, which is a good sign. Hopefully they made it to where they were going. But it's the first nice day we've had in a week. .15 degrees in the sun. So it's hard to see, but that's the low spot we used to go through with the Argo when it had the tracks on. But you're never going to be able to fix that. Like, it's got water in it now.
Into the earth.
Hit it with the blowtorch, that'll warm it up. Well, Sharon rescues this pot here, which is really good. There's a wee bit of a breeze here today. It's not terribly nice out there. Here we are on Saturday. Dog thinks we're going somewhere. We're gonna turn around and go right back in the goddamn cabin. It's freezing cold out here. Bit of snow. But I think today's gonna be a work inside day. Well, we got that big bucket in. That's the one I patched up with that aluminum brazing stuff. So hopefully it works. So that'll be our main heater for the water and melter. I got the generator going. We're getting 66 amps into the batteries. The batteries are at 62% and we haven't run the generator in over a day. All is good. Filling up our water reservoir. We take a shower, we smell like smoke from the chimney. Well, it's been snowing all day. That's my better judgment. I'm gonna trust this skidoo to go to the truck. I think it's cold enough that it might work. This will be a 2-beer trip, I hope, and no more. So that's how much snow we got since last night. Another inch or two. That'll wear off like ice on an airplane wing. Done? Okay, I'll meet you there. I hope I'll meet you there. Well, I think we're packed up. There's everything, that's everything left. You ready to go? What? Yeah, yeah. As you can see, the banks are slowly moving in, but I would expect to see something plow this before Easter. Would be nice, but I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'll meet you back there. Oh, look, there's the truck. Hold on. Go. All right, I'll meet you back there.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't gone fishing yet. The auger's still here.
Yeah.
Whoa, baby, whoa. Alrighty. Well, so long as the driver's frozen, the machine seems to work. I can't believe we ran into the fucking game wardens here. Fuck, there's no game. Anyway. Oh, is there a hole in that? Oh. That one's alright. Oh. Alright. Hey. Oh, that's the same guys that me and Bob ran into in the summer there. At least the other guy doesn't have his balaclava on this time, like a bank robber. Anyway, I hope this camera's not on. If you look up, you can kind of sort of see the sun trying to come out.